Hi children, I'm Vicky Carlton. I love reading stories to children, especially Bible stories. I'm going to ask you, did you have a dream last night? Did you dream of anything? Do you have many dreams when you sleep? I have some pretty strange dreams. Last night I dreamed that I was in Paris, a city that I really, really love, and I needed to fly home and get my luggage. But I couldn't find my luggage anywhere. And I couldn't remember which hotel my luggage was in. So I was running all over Paris, talking to people and looking for my luggage. A very strange dream. So some dreams are happy, some dreams are sad. And the story that I'm going to read you today is about a dream that was really, really happy. Except it was an unusual dream. It was like a daydream, and it was actually a dream where Jesus appeared to John, who was one of his friends. So it was like a true dream, really amazing. And it's from the book of Revelations. And revelation means showing you something that's hidden. So it's the book of Revelations, which is the last book in the Bible. And I've always found that really hard to understand. But I was reading it from the Jesus Storybook Bible by Sally Lloyd-Jones, and it helped me to understand. So I hope it helps you too. It's a very, very happy story. It's called A Dream of Heaven. John was one of Jesus's helpers. He was old now, and he was living on an island, which might sound nice, except it was a prison. The leaders put him there to stop him from talking about Jesus. But I'm sure you don't think a little thing like being in a cell in a prison on an island in the middle of an ocean could stop God's plan, could it? God's far more powerful than that. One morning, Jesus appeared right there in John's cell. And Jesus's eyes were bright, shining like the sun. I am going to show you a secret, John, Jesus said, about when I come back. His voice was like the sound of rushing waters. Write down what you see so God's children can read it and wait with happy excitement. When Jesus gave John a beautiful, then Jesus gave John a beautiful dream, except that John was wide awake. Can you imagine? He was wide awake, and what he saw was real, and one day it would all come true. You can see the island there in the middle of the ocean where they had put John to ask him to stop talking about Jesus. And this is what John heard. I saw a throne, and on the throne is a king, and the king is Jesus. All around the throne, people are bowing down. They are giving him their treasures. So John he wrote down everything that Jesus told him. And then John wrote down these words. There are loud cheers and clapping and bright laughter, like 1,000 waterfalls, and everyone bursts out singing a new song. This is our King, the Lamb who died so we don't have to. So we don't have to die. He is our rescuer. All honor and glory forever and ever, and every creature everywhere, in heaven and on earth and under the earth and in the sea, joins in. And then from all around a wide, immense, beautiful silence. And I see Satan, God's horrible enemy, thrown down, defeated. This is a really amazing story, isn't it? Really amazing. I see a sparkling city, shimmering in the sky, glittering, glowing, coming down from heaven. And from the sky, heaven is coming down to earth. God's city is beautiful. Walls of topaz, jasper, sapphire, wide streets paved with gold, gleaming pearl gates that never lock shut. Where is the sun? Where is the moon? They aren't needed anymore. God is all the light that people need. No more darkness, no more night. And the king says, look, God and his children are together again. No more running away or hiding. No more crying or being lonely or afraid. No more being sick or dying, because all those things are gone. Yes, they're gone forever. Everything sad has come untrue. And see, I have wiped away every tear from every eye. And then a deep, beautiful voice that sounded like thunder in the sky says, look, I am making everything new. Wow, I just want to grab my paints and do some pictures about this story. It is truly an amazing story. Maybe you could do some paintings, some pictures about this story. It was hard to squeeze all that John saw in his special dream into words and fit it onto a page and cram it into a book. All the words on all the pages of all the books in the world would never be enough. I am the beginning, Jesus said, and the ending. One day, John knew heaven would come down and mend God's broken world and make it our true, perfect home once again. And he knew in some mysterious way that would be hard to explain that everything was going to be more wonderful for once having been so sad. So because things have often been so sad, things will be amazingly wonderful when they're not sad anymore. And he knew then that the ending of the story was going to be so great, it would make all the sadness and tears and everything seem just like a shadow that is chased away by the morning sun. I'm on my way, said Jesus. I'll be there soon. John came to the end of his book, but he didn't write the end because, of course, that's how stories finish. And this story is not over yet. So instead, he wrote, come quickly, Jesus, which perhaps is really just another way of saying to be continued. So you can see John sitting there writing by candlelight because they didn't have electricity back in those days. So the story is to be continued. For anyone who says yes to Jesus, for anyone who believes what Jesus said, for anyone who will just reach out to take it, then God will give them this wonderful gift to be born into a whole new life, to be who they really are, who God always made them to be, their own true selves, God's dear child. Because you see, the most wonderful thing about this story is it's your story too. Isn't that such a wonderful, happy story? And I would love you to sit down and maybe draw some pictures about some of the things that came into your mind as you were listening to that story. And you might draw some pictures about your dreams as well. Thank you for listening to this amazing story. Okay, bye.
For more of Victoria Carlton's tips, go to YouTube and search Victoria Carlton Programs. Victoria's products are available on Teachers Pay Teachers. They cover literacy, emotional intelligence, and Sunday school lessons. Victoria's website address, blog, and email address are on the screen in front of you. Victoria Carlton reserves the right of copyright on all her products.